All right, on DNS projects, on this episode, we're going to be taking the plastics off the Husqvarna 450. And we got a whole bunch of new plastic here. We'll unbox it. I'm going to throw so here it is. Comes nicely tied up. Exciting. All right, so there's all of our new plastics. Be putting them on there. We also have a Decal Kit. I'll show you that. We're gonna put on a set of new tires. I want to grease my swing arm, so we'll be taking that off. I also have new frame guards coming. So yeah, we'll just take a look at the bike here. Let you guys have a good look at it before. And then maybe we'll get a different bar pad there. Got the bar risers on it. Come over here. A little bit of wear here, so I'm gonna clean all this up, and I just grabbed some paint, so we'll paint that one up along with the other one on the other side. There's another wear point, so I'll get the oil all warmed up, drain all the oil out of this bike before I start here. Paint those up. So you can see I got the lever and the flag off. Had to get a new lever. This one got broke, not a big deal. Keep that as a spare. But yeah, so we'll go ahead and throw that on there. Pretty simple. Put her in there. There's your... All right, so there's our bike, the Husqvarna 450. Stripped it down somewhat. I'm gonna take off the big tank and put back on the stock. All right, we got our linkage taken apart. I've taken the swing arm right out. As you can see, it's sitting upside down. So we got some needle bearings in there and 3 sets in there. So we're just gonna go through. I've already done these ones, and then I thought should do a video for you guys. So I cleaned them out. This one just pushes through, and then pretty simple. So I'll just kind of show you what I do and how I do it, and there's no right or wrong way. Okay, so trying to do this and video it at the same time. There's a little lip in there. I'll show you on these ones, you see there. So what I do, without trying to scratch it too much, is sometimes you got to work them, and then they just pop out. Use a screwdriver. Of course, clean your parts before you do that. Now it should just push out. See, I could do it with my finger there. They're just like a dust cap. So then you got a set of bearings in there, and you want to be careful because they could all fall out. So now I'm just going to take some cleaner, spray some cleaner in there, and kind of douche it out. And I'll repeat on all 3 and along with those ones. All right, so this can happen. I got a little too aggressive cleaning and they all fell out. So not a big deal. So I do it on the counter. I can see them all laying there. Pulled this right out of there, and needle bearings fell out. So I got my grease gun. A lot of guys will have the cartilage there, and they'll dip their finger in there and take some out. I like to keep it in the grease gun and just give her a squeeze. You can see it's hanging off the end there. Then it's on my finger. So Now we're just gonna take a little bit of grease, put it in there, and then we'll worry about those needle bearings after. Just gonna get some grease, good amount in there. And now you can see some hanging out. So we're gonna do one more pump in the grease gun. Come over here, grab a little more, ram her in there. Just turning it because it's easier for me. So that's just grease. I'll just take my excess grease there, start putting these in. And I put the grease in there because that'll hold the bearings in, and that's why I do that. Got a loose one in there. Just roll it around till it finds its groove. One more. You can feel it with your finger in there, the gap. So grab two at a time. It's not in a race, but so there it is. They're back in. You just want to go around, make sure they're all straight and in there. So I am missing a few. You can see a gap there, so there's one there. All right, so I got them back in, and you can see why you just kind of put that halfway out so that you don't lose those. I threw a little grease on that shaft, and then I'll put also a little bit just in the inside there. I use number 2 water resistant grease. All right, here we go. This is starting a Decal Kit. This is kind of what it's going to look like for most people. Got the music channel on. So I'm going to start with my swing arm, and the reason why is I like to just get a feel for the stickers again. You know, I'm not going to tackle the big side plates there that go on to a panel that size. What I'll do is I'll start with the swing arm, nice easy decal. I just redid the needle bearings, so I have it off the bike in the house on a towel so I don't get in trouble. So we're gonna start there. Clean everything with rubbing alcohol, that's what I use, and just some paper towel. The second thing is you're gonna want a pair of scissors, and I like to trim all the decals so that it's nice and tight. Let me just get up here and see this one's fairly tight, and it just makes it easier to fit when you're trying to wrap these decals. And another thing I'll show you when it comes time, I'm gonna go ahead and put these ones on. If I had another set of hands, I'd trim it. Okay, so there it is, all trimmed up. And that's the way she's gonna go. And I do that so that I can see how the decal's gonna fit. And then I'm not working with so much. The other thing you can do is, I'll show you quick here, like on the bigger ones. So I'll peel that back, say to about there, cut it with my scissors, and then I'll cut a small strip, maybe 1/4 inch wide, and then I can start it and peel back one section, work it out, and work the sticker that way. So now I'm gonna go ahead, I'm gonna soak a rag, make sure this surface is good and clean. I got my heat gun there. I like to heat the surface, not super hot, but just get it warm. And then go over the decals. I'll show you quick here. Turn it on. You know, doesn't have to be much. Just get it a little bit warm, and it helps. And then once the decals are on, I'll show you what I do there. Right in here, there's a little bubble, but I like to get it warm and then press it in. So I'm gonna go ahead and work this in. There it is, done. This one, what I did was I had it on there. I started from the back, peeled about that much off, folded it under, and then stuck that sticker, got it to about here, peeled all of it off, the back half, followed this edge and just placed that down so that it didn't go too far onto there, so the dirt could get up in there. All right, so I'm gonna go back over the heat gun thing because I just want to make sure I explain that properly. What I do is I'll kind of have my fingers here, and I'd be chasing it with the heat gun like it's my phone there, and you can kind of see the glow. I'll show you the glow of the heat gun. Once it gets hot, see it starting to glow. So what I do is I put my fingers right on that glow, and then if I can't hold my fingers there, then it's too hot. So then I just move my heat gun so that I don't melt the sticker or wreck something. And that's kind of what I use, is I just use the tips of my fingers as a reference on how warm to get it. All right, so I just wanted to show you kind of what I was doing on the number plate here. I peeled some of it back, stuck it back on, and then I can just start from the middle, get this all centered. And like I said, I trimmed it so it's a nice fit. I'd lay it on there, but so I'm gonna go ahead, start this. All right, so there's the plate on. Flawless. Okay, I'm trying to do the best job I can with this video to help you guys out with the stickers. So I have trimmed out the sides and just kind of folded it over. You can see it's gonna fit even around this, the cutouts, and that's what it looks like from the back side. I've peeled and made a thin strip. Now I'm ready to stick. Now I'm gonna go ahead and do this. I need both hands, and I have my heat gun. I heat this up, not a lot, just get it pliable so that it molds to all these lines. Then I get no air pockets. Okay, so I just wanted to stop myself here to kind of help out. Now I've pressed because it wanted to wrinkle right through here. So I stopped and pressed it into here, and now I'm gonna work my way out and just along there too, and I have a line there. So I just apply minimal heat as I work it, and you can see I can just pull the backing off, and then I have that strip down that side. Like I said, I cut, let me just grab it here for you guys. I just gotta find it. Oh shoot, right there. So that's how much I cut out of the middle of that, just so that I could get it centered, and then work my way to either edge, you can see. And so yeah, I just wanted to mention that I had to work around that because it wanted to wrinkle through here, and I didn't want that, so I just pressed it into there, and now I'm just gonna work my way. You can see I've worked my way out to the edge, pushing out my air bubbles. Okay, sorry guys, it's gonna be a piece together video. I just want you to actually see in depth what goes on. Like you can see it's starting to mold. So what I've done is I've worked my way from that middle edge out to the outside, and I've secured down that spot in the middle. Now I'm going to work my way out to that edge and that edge. This way I can push out all my air bubbles. Okay, one more. All right, so we're coming to this edge. You can see there it is. So I've worked down, and now I'll apply a little bit of heat to get this sticker, because these are thick. So now I'll just use a little bit of heat and I'll repress this whole groove, coming this way and this way, and that air should come out through there and into that flat spot and make my corner. Okay, so front fender, easy, but probably one of the tougher ones, believe it or not. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna cut them all into individual pieces to make it easier to lay on, then I'm not working with such a big piece, and start from there. There it is, all done. Go and throw them on the bike. All right, let's have a quick look at the before. The wiring. Wire this up, show the after. All right, so I've got those ones just twisted together, and then this will run down in there. I'll trim this to fit. I'll wrap it in there. I just wanted to show you this part, and then we will start tucking everything in. I got my battery cables off, and we'll start getting the new stuff, putting it together. All right, so just pull that up. We wired the ones that were on that. Remember, there was a fuse on there, so we wired that into there. We got our battery cables on there. I put those ones directly to this cable here. That's to my starter, so that would have been the only one hooked up. The bike had electric fans installed, so I hooked those onto the same side as my charger. And there's just these butt end connectors, so I'm just going to slide this down, melt the plastic, because these are the shrink type connectors, and then I got this piece of black shrink tube to finish it off when it's done. I'll show you the finished product here. So there's the after. They fit in there. I'll just tidy up those ends. But now there's just one connection. You can see it's just right there. And then this just comes under into my air box for my charger. Can tuck it in there. All right, we're starting to put her back together. There's the before and after of the back fender. Went with a matte finish. Kind of wish I would have went with that one, sparkly, high gloss. This looks good, but I just like the gloss. Try not to look at the mess. The new wrap on the bike. Airbox holes is drilled. Painted the Dunlop white. Bike looks good. Like brand new. All right, there it is, all done. Do a bit of a walk around. Graphic kit done by Lime 9. Oh, hit a branch. All right, if you wouldn't mind going down to that like and subscribe button. I'll have all the products in the description. All the Amsoil products used. I am an Amsoil dealer. If you want to use Amsoil, you can go to amsoil.com, amsoil.ca. Use referral number 30213198 to set up your account. Go down to the description and I'll have the links in there as well. Let's take a better look at this bike. If you wouldn't mind going to that like and subscribe button for me. I think it turned out really well. We've got the number 5 Amsoil shock. We're running the 1050. Looks like a brand new bike.